Well, aloha, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to today's live stream. This is Master Paul. I'm very happy to be connecting with you. It is the 15th day of January 2019. Welcome to 7 years beyond 2012. We made it. Today we're going to be focusing on 3 sacred light side methods to communicate with the soul world. And obviously I cannot go into any depth on all 3 of these, but I can touch on them a little bit each, give you some insights. The wisdom that I share is from Dr. and Master Zhugang Sha. I'm certainly not wise enough to have gathered any of this wisdom on my own. I utilize a lot of Master Sha's wisdom and share it in a way where it's practical and applicable in our life. And I'll share those things with you today, how you can apply these to better align yourself to not only your soul, but to the guidance from those beings of light in the soul world that wish to help us. So this is what we'll be sharing with you today for all those that are wondering. I hope you're able to stick around. This of course does become a recording after the live stream. I typically do about 1 hour. So if you can stick around the entire time, make sure you like and subscribe, because you can always come back to my page and watch the video, and then you'll be notified of when I go live, also moving into the future. So this is a wonderful opportunity as well. The subject matter of communicating with other souls can and often is misunderstood. What do I mean by that? Basically, when people think about communicating with other souls, they might think of as a medium, or talking with someone that's deceased, crossed over. And that is not the case with what I'm sharing with you today. The soul world is all those beings of light that are dedicated to our success. We individually have a heavens team. You have a heavens team, I have a heavens team, all of us have a heavens team. And some of the souls that are on our team could be our ancestors. They could even be a very well-known being like a Jesus or a Buddha on your heavens team. It just depends on how far along you are on your soul's pathway in the return to the heart of the divine. So when we talk about soul communication, it's actually much more light oriented and purposeful, so that we can process through this life that can sometimes be very, very difficult in a way that can really serve us and help make it a lot easier. So that's what you can expect today. So I'm going to check in with everybody who's tuned in. Welcome Samba, aloha, welcome also to Christine, Marie. Thank you all for clicking on the share button, letting other people know about today's live stream. Welcome also to Chris Stavri, welcome Tong, aloha Krista, welcome also to Rose Montanari. Thank you Kristen Rojas for your service. Kristen is my assistant, and she posts a lot of things. Keep an eye on her timeline. Welcome Don Robinson, aloha Christine Marie, aloha Lisa Zarniak. Thank you for coming to this later presentation. I actually went live at 10 this morning accidentally. My brain wasn't fully screwed on right, so came in a little 2 hours early. Thanks Lisa for coming back. Welcome also Michelle, aloha Deborah Anderson, welcome also to Joy, and aloha Kelly Pritchard. Thank you for your presence. Welcome also Cassandra Martel, welcome Elizabeth, and welcome Stephen Cannon, or Stephanie Cannon. So thank you all so much for your presence. I really do enjoy doing these live streams. I was considering when I first started this a little more than 2 years ago, how I was guided to do 5 days a week, and my wife was like, 5 days a week, that's a little insane. So well, this is heaven's guidance. I need to do this as much as I can. And then I had to tone it down to 4 days a week, and then within the last 8 or 9 months, because of other responsibilities, I was able to only do Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm so grateful for all of you still being present. And I've added Sundays now for those that wish to offer service to those with the condition of cancer. Okay, so welcome also to Donnie. And so what we're going to do in preparation for this is we're going to invite in the soul world. Everything that I have done in this last 2 years of live stream, everything that I'm about to do right now, is a form of soul communication. It's very important to really open your mind to what is soul communication. And so I will now invite in the beings of light. Why would they come? You know, would they come just because I asked them? Well, and many times yes. Will they come because you asked them? Yes, actually they will. It really depends on how busy they are, what else they are doing, and how open is your heart. Are you there to request them once again to fix a problem for you? Or are you connecting with them in a condition where you're not always asking them to fix your problems? Maybe if you connected with them more often just to say thank you, they would come when you have a problem. You see, so one of the things about connecting to the beings of light in the soul world is we want to connect with them at all times, not just when we're suffering. Very important understanding. Welcome Maita Muzi. Aloha Dan. Welcome also to Donnie. Welcome Tammy Lee Blake. So let's connect to the soul world now and invite them in. You may do so with me by closing your eyes and fully connecting. Dear our beloved divine creator, all layers of divine Tao source, all the beings of light serving within those layers, we love you, honor you, respect you. We invite your presence as appropriate. We invite the soul of our individual heavens teams, guides, angels, and saints. All the angels, healing angels, archangels, masters, ascended masters, gurus, lamas, sifu, saints, buddhas, and bodhisattvas. We invite beloved Jesus and Mother Mary. We invite beloved Amitofu, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Da Shizhi Pusa, Happy Buddha, Medicine Buddha. We invite beloved Muhammad, Krishna, Vishnu, Ganesha, and more beings of light. Whatever your name, we love you. We invite you to come to join with us on this day, to serve in whatever way you desire to serve, to further awaken us to the soul world. Help us to understand that we are a soul first. Help us to grasp the value of connecting to the light beings on the light side, that we can further understand the value of soul communication. We are extremely grateful. We invite the soul of the song of love, peace, and harmony to please come at this time. And as we chant love, peace, and harmony, we ask all souls in all universes to connect with us, heart to heart, soul to soul, to assist us in opening our hearts to this wisdom, teachings, and blessings. So let us do so. We will chant Song of Love, Peace, and Harmony for those that are new, that do not know this mantra. It is a healing mantra, therefore you should make a request. And then also, you can learn more about it at lovepeaceharmony.org. You can download this song. You can learn more there. So I will now sing this song for each of you to connect all of us and prepare the energy. Let us begin. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. 我爱我心儿灵，我爱自然泪，让灵让耳目世上，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. How, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's a great place to start. The Song of Love, Peace, and Harmony is a light being. Think of the words. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together, love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. In Master Sha's wisdom, everything has a soul. So the song of love, peace, and harmony is inanimate. You can hear it with one of your 5 senses. If your third eye is open, you will see huge amounts of light radiating from the song. If you could measure, which they can now, measure the frequencies radiating from the song, it would be very, very high level frequencies, not your typical song that you hear on the radio. And yet when I tell people to invite the soul of the song to help others to bring healing, put the song in the environment of a loved one that may be going through great suffering, they kind of with their monkey mind go, I don't know. So soul communication works on a much greater understanding, an understanding that all souls are on the path back to the one, and that all souls have but one purpose, which is to serve. That being a truth, then if we can work with this acknowledgement of everything having a soul, everything's here to serve, we can truly literally mow a path in front of us, clear a path in front of us that can make life a lot easier. This title, the 3 sacred methods to communicate with the soul world using light side wisdoms, starts with this great understanding that all souls want to assist us. We get so stuck in the mundane of this physical 3rd dimensional world. We get so stuck dealing with, you know, paying the bills, dealing with the boss, listening to the wife, shutting them all out and sitting in front of a TV show and kind of disconnect from everything, or our faces in front of our phone. These are all forms of disconnect, and they cause us to close our heart, and the soul world cannot connect with us. Why is it important to connect with the soul world? Because their purpose in life is to serve. And if we're ignoring them, well, they can't connect with us. Why do they want to connect with us? They want to assist us to open our light body, to develop our light body, to return to the source, the oneness from which we came. They're always present, always willing to assist us, but we must do our part to connect to them first. So let me also acknowledge who else has joined us. So welcome Craig Being, welcome Rosetta, welcome also Kelly Pritchard, aloha Valerie, welcome Melissa, welcome Johnny, aloha Becky, welcome also to Patricia Johnson, welcome Michelle Taylor, aloha to Colleen, Rawita. Thank you all for joining. If I missed your name, forgive me. I'm grateful for your presence. Three sacred methods. Are there more than 3? Yes, there are many, many, many methods through which we can connect to the soul world. First, let's define what are souls, what are light beings in the soul world side. Our soul is always connected to us. Our soul resides in us, with us at all times. Now it can be subdivided out experiencing other things, but it's always with us. And our soul wishes very much for us to not create problems for ourselves. And so one of the communications is to our own soul. Most people will read this in a book, or they'll hear it in cute words, or in a song, or in a phrase, or they might open up a great wisdom book and say communicate with your soul, but no one really understands what that means, and they certainly don't understand how to accomplish that. How does our soul communicate with us? Does it communicate through the monkey mind, through the brain? No, it communicates through the heart. The heart houses the soul and the mind. And in Master Sha's wisdom, everything has a hierarchy: soul, then heart, then the mind, which directs the energy and the matter. So it's truly important to connect to our soul. Soul communication can happen literally by connecting on a daily basis. It's really just a matter of dialing in the radio, if you will. Our soul is always talking to us. Are we always able to listen? I have one of my students in Norway, literally twice now, special books have fallen on her head. These books have soul wisdom in them. and twice they've fallen off the shelf onto her head. No kaboom, no cat jumping on the shelves, no particular reason, just out of the blue, thunk. Is that accidental, or is that the soul world saying, pay attention? Okay, so the point is that our soul is always trying to do its best to ensure that we do not make mistakes in this physical experience. Remember, we are a soul first before we started having this physical experience, and our soul has an intention in this life. The intention is to boost and build our light bodies, release negative energies. Negative energies are what? There are thoughts, words, and actions that were wrong thoughts, words, and actions. They may bring to us in our physical everyday life, our negative thoughts, words, and actions may bring to us bad health, unpleasant relationships, financial issues, work issues. So our negative energies could cause these problems. Our soul knows that these could enter our life. Our soul wants to say, go left here, go right here, avoid this, don't answer that call, do this instead, because it knows that if you listen to it, it will help you to navigate through this problem-filled life, if you will, and get to the other side much happier, clearing the debris, clearing the blockages, and becoming more of a light-filled, love-filled being. And it can't accomplish its task, which is not your personality's task. Your soul has its task, which is to become a light being. It can't do that without you. And so most of our souls can be very frustrated. So how then do we communicate with our soul? Well, the shortcut method is attend the 12-week Open Your Spiritual Channels course. But here are some pieces of snippets of wisdom from that 12-week course. You can learn more about it at the top. I put the links on my posting. Soul communication is literally as simple as talking and listening. Our soul communicates through our heart center, through our message center. That's why it's called a message center. Most people are familiar with heart chakra, not recognizing the value and importance of it. So there are many sacred practices that are revealed through the course, many practices that open the heart center and keep the heart center open. They're very important. I have students, their heart center is so open, they're constantly getting nailed emotionally. Their heart center is so open, they just love everyone and everything. You might be one of those souls. And the dilemma is that people take advantage of souls whose hearts are very wide open. And so they get hurt a lot. Well, you will learn that there's sacred practices that you can ground yourself. There are things you can do to protect yourself while keeping your heart open. So these are all balances of understanding better the soul world. And so when we communicate with our soul, it needs to be, should be, a daily practice. When's the best time? Typically shortly after you wake up. First step, offer gratitude to heaven. Every morning I do this. Dear God, dear Creator, dear all the beings of light, and I name the beings of light that I think in. Heaven's generals and soldiers, all heaven's animals that are serving the light side, serving my soul journey, dear my own soul, dear the heavens teams, guides, angels, and saints that are guiding me. I love you. I give them my love, opening the heart, right? I honor you. I appreciate you. This is literally a simple form of soul communication that, if done every day, will start to open your communication to the soul world tremendously. This is not just a simple statement. This is an actual, very important practice, because you're not asking for anything. Most of us only communicate with the soul world when we're suffering. God help me, Jesus help me, please fix this problem. That's the way most of us communicate with the soul world. When we're in huge suffering, they will come, but not everybody will come. When we communicate and offer our deepest gratitude every day, more than once, not just to God, but to all the beings of light. A lot of us offer gratitude to God throughout the day, 2, 3, 4, 10 times a day. Congratulations. But there are many other beings of light. Honor all of them. What about your heavens team? Do you say your gratitudes to them? Do you say your gratitude to your own soul? Do you offer your gratitude to the being of light that you most resonate with? Whether it's a Jesus or a Buddha or a Krishna or Muhammad, doesn't matter. They're all here to serve us. Why not offer gratitude to all of them? So by doing this each and every morning, you set the energetic condition where literally you have a channel running through your body. In my 12-week Open Spiritual Channels course, I talk a lot about the channel that runs through the center of your body. And there's a lot of practices, wisdom, teachings to clear the blockages of this channel so that you can receive the soul world information in a much more clear level. And doing this simple connection practice every day, offering your love, offering your gratitude. What do you offer gratitude for? Thank you to my heavens team, guides, angels, and saints, Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha. Mention them all. Thank you for your protection. How many times are you protected? Oh, I don't know. I was fine yesterday, nothing happened. Well, you could have literally been ready to walk across the street and been mowed over by a car. But your one of your heavens team may have said, oh, go over here and look in this window. And you went over and looked in the window, and the car that was going to mow you over had already driven by. And then you say, okay, I'll walk across the street now. This is how heaven protects you. This is how the soul world protects you. We are so oblivious to it. So we offer our gratitude for protections, most of which we are not aware of. We offer our gratitude for all that they do for us to assist us with our health and wellness. They're always blessing us. They're always blessing us, opening our heart. They're always giving us messages. Thank you for the great messages that assist me to get the answers that I need as I am taxed with the challenges of life. There's so many ways we can show our gratitude. This is just a few of them. And so expand your thinking. When you offer gratitude, really expand your thinking. How else can you offer gratitude? Another thing, a secret in communicating with the soul world. Dear heaven, please enjoy this liquid first before you take a drink. Please enjoy my food first. Many of us, we have a pattern of praying since, hey, mom and dad did that since we were young. Of course, we put our hands together, Hail Mary, blah, 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 and we say this rote prayer that's basically not well thought out and probably something that you memorized when you were a 4-year-old. Is that really connecting to the soul world? Maybe you do connect. Congratulations. I would guess that at least 50% of us don't really connect, especially when we're offering our food or drink. Does heaven come down and eat your food? Actually, not really, but yes. Heaven comes when you offer your food, when you offer your drink, and they say, oh, my beautiful son, my beautiful daughter is thinking of us. They've offered their food, their water, their drinks to us. How respectful, how honoring of them. I will bless this food and bless this water. They bless it with a much higher frequency. That food could have death frequency in it from the chicken dying, or there could be toxins in the water, or whatever it might be. Heaven then blesses your food, blesses your drink. The toxins energetically are removed, and now you have a much purer frequency of product to put into your body. When we connect to the soul world, other than, please help me, which is what most of us connect with, then we are literally practicing light side methods of communication with the soul world. What's another form? Welcome Alexander, welcome Jota, welcome Gina, welcome also to Karen Faye, Carol, welcome to Leah Barwick, welcome Deanna, Lucy Lee. I think I've got everybody. Colleen, if I missed your name, forgive me. Thank you for your presence. Alexander asked, where is heaven? Don't know. All around us. There is great wisdom that says we are living in all the dimensions all at once. The reason we cannot see the beings of light before us is because our 5 senses the frequency receptors of our five senses do not allow us to see them because we haven't opened our heart. We haven't opened our energy centers, our spiritual channels enough. Why do some people see with their third eye, which is one of the soul communication abilities, and others cannot see with their spiritual third eye? It's not because they're more or less special. It's because that particular communication channel, which all human beings have, by the way, is more developed than another person. Not because they're special, but because that particular function is more developed. And everybody can develop these kinds of communications and channels. You need to train with somebody who has those wisdoms and can train you. I was trained by Master Sha. My channels are a lot more developed. I train people. Join my 12-week course. It's listed above. So on to the next subject. Soul communication. So many people, literally so many people, fail to deal with things at the level of origination. They would rather deal with the problem at the level that it's happening at. A lawsuit, a relationship problem, a problem with a coworker, a financial problem. These are problems right here, right at the base of our life. And so we ingrain our entire energetic, mental, emotional life into it, and we try to fix it right here where it's happening at. Okay, if that's what's worked for you, but how has it worked so far? Yes, we have to do practical real world things. If I have a bill, yes, I do need to generate income to take care of that. But the practical real world would say you have to go out, you have to get a job, you have to work X amount of hours, which will create X amount of income, which will help you pay the bill. A soul world solution to that might be communicating with the soul world with gratitude on a daily basis, asking for guidance that can bring additional financial blessings to you. Soul world communication such as forgiveness, asking forgiveness for harming any souls at any point in time financially. You or your ancestors may have been land barons at some point in time. You may have taken very unpleasant advantage of people financially, which has led to the financial conditions you might be experiencing now. So in opening ourselves to soul world, we can solve a lot of problems. Soul communication can be very direct. Let's say it's a relationship issue. It's a great example. Okay, we try to solve it by talking back and forth, and I'm right and I'm louder, and then they're louder, and then they're louder, and then they're louder. Okay, how's that worked for you? Why will it work now if it hasn't worked before? So why not deal with things at a little bit higher level? Soul communication acknowledges that when we communicate at the level of soul, their soul, your soul, want to solve the problem. The problem is here. Their soul and your soul is not happy that there's this they know it's not going to help either of you moving forward on your soul journey. You hate them, they hate you, you blame them, they blame you. How is that going to help your soul journey? How is that going to open your heart? How will that improve your ability to rise on your spiritual path? The answer is it won't. And both of your souls know this. At the personality level, you're down here barking at each other. At the soul level, they're going, please wake up, open your heart, offer love, offer forgiveness. So the wisdom at soul communication is communicate at the level of soul first. Oh, okay. How do we do that? How do you communicate at the level of soul first? Welcome Nim, welcome Dimple, aloha, welcome Yvonne. Anybody else whose name I missed, welcome. Soul communication at the level of soul first works like this. They're the soul of, you mentioned the person you might be fighting with, the soul of my husband Rex, the soul of my wife Mary, the soul of my brother Bill, okay, whatever their name. They're the soul of, please come. Now, you're going to have a conversation with this soul, but the conversation needs to have some positive agenda around it, not a self-righteous, I'm right and you're wrong agenda. It needs to be a win-win, loving intention. You need to rise above the personality aspects that have led you to such a poor condition of relationship and communicate from a higher perspective. Dear the soul of, please come. I love you. Their soul is there instantly. If your spiritual eyes open, you'll see it. Your soul is present too. I love you. I wish to really resolve this dilemma that we have in this relationship. I know I'm always saying I'm right, you're always saying you're right, but I really want to find something that works for both of us. You have done this action and this is how it feels. I'm not happy with this feeling. I'd really like to resolve it and get back to a place where we're loving each other and everything's good and hunky-dory. But I wish to recognize that I know that nothing happens accidentally. That at the level of soul, if I hold on to this anger, this grief, this resentment, then I'm just going to create more problems. I also wish to recognize that at the level of soul, there's a possibility, 50%, this might be new information for some of you, there's a 50% possibility that what I'm blaming you for doing to me, I may have done to you. It's called karma, guys. In other words, if they did something very unpleasant, right? Whether it's lied or cheated or whatever it was, you have to recognize that relationships are very karmic, that we may have done this many times before. And so if they're the one that lied, then you may have lied to them and it could have hurt a lot. And so now the karmic circle has come around and they're the one that lies to you. So in order to resolve this at the level of soul, you have a communication that's very heartfelt, and you say, I recognize that this is a very hurtful experience to me, and although I don't know of any time where I may have done this to you, there's a possibility that I may have been the same unpleasant way towards you. And if I have, then you may have felt as unhappy as I feel right now. I do not recognize I may have done that. If I have, please forgive me. I wish to forgive you, not saying that what you did is okay, but I still wish to forgive you so that we can move forward on our soul journey. Let us move forward in love, peace, and harmony. You offer forgiveness, you ask for forgiveness, and you speak out a win-win solution. All of this is happening at the level of soul. So this is very important, high-level wisdom that Master Sha has brought to humanity. It's called direct soul communication, where you literally directly have soul-to-soul communication, where you're setting aside your personality ego and your need to be right. And you're working with a higher recognition that if it is not resolved, it could create more and more problems down the road. And so opening our heart to offering forgiveness and asking for forgiveness if we have made that error first is a huge part of this. You do that 1, 2, 3 times, you could be very, very surprised. The relationship issue could resolve really fast. You can do the same thing for the unpleasant boss. You can do the same thing for any of the problem areas in your life. You must understand that at the level of soul, everyone has a soul. And the souls of the people, in other words, the personalities, right? They're the people. The souls of the personalities don't want the arguing. They don't want the bickering. They don't want the infighting. They don't want the guilt. They don't want any of that. The souls want to move forward on their journey. They want to move higher and higher in light. And if there is not a forgiveness offered, if there is not a condition brought about where there is resolve from the higher perspective, then again and again and again this cycle of no learning will occur. We are all from the same source. We are all connected to the same oneness, and that one over there is our brother and that one over there is our sister. Whether we like to hear it or not, we're going to have to deal with this until it's literally resolved at the level of origination. And that's the level of soul. So this is a soul communication secret, a very important one. Welcome, Sherry. So again, I want to invite each of you to, if this is intriguing, spend money on yourself. Guys, I have a course. It's a 12-week open spiritual channels course. And I go into great detail how each of the energy centers 5 foundation centers: third eye, heart chakra, kundalini, the Zhu Chao, which is the intelligence center up here in the front of the skull, the third eye in the center of the brain. That's 5 energy centers. There's 7 chakras, which most of you have no clue what their purpose and power is associated with opening the spiritual channels. There's the Wai Jiao, the space in the back of the body, the energy in the matter channel, that the life force energy of heaven and Mother Earth runs through our bodies. I teach this over a 12-week period, and what you're getting today is like nectar. It's like a little, little droplets of nectar. Aha, aha, aha. But if you go through the whole course, you'll receive literally like opening up a can of fresh, fresh, refreshing drink. Your soul gets this massive amount of refreshing wisdom, and you start to clear lifetime of blockages. Your future, whether it's health, relationship, finance, doesn't matter what it is, will start to open up. You'll have so many answers and directions for your future health and wellness, and accordingly you'll align to your soul more. So register for that course. It starts Sunday, guys. It's really cheap. It's like 30 bucks a week. It's dirt cheap. Register right away, and just, I don't know how more to convince you, but this kind of wisdom, I can tell you, I practiced it for 10 years and it has changed everything. I was you sitting on the other side watching a master teacher espousing this wisdom, and inside me I was excited. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I started practicing it, and life got a little better. And then I practiced it over here, and life got better. And then I used that wisdom to solve this problem, and life got better. And I kept applying it, and life got better. And all it takes is consistent practice. You can hang up after this live stream and go back to dealing with things at the physical level, but it's highly unlikely things will get a whole lot better over time. You have to actually deal with them at the level of origination. What's another one? Direct communication channel. Okay, what is a direct communication channel? Well, all of you have had times in your life where you receive a message and you don't know why. You just know that that is the exact answer, that there is no other possibility, that you do exactly what this message is, and sure enough it works out. This is called direct communication. Direct communication occurs through the direct communication channel, the direct knowing channel. This direct knowing is one of 4 channels that I discuss in my advanced course. The 4 channels are the soul language channel, which is associated with revealing your soul's language. A lot of people don't even know their soul has a language. Every soul has a language. Here on this physical earth, there are 7,000 languages, including all the dialects. You get lost in all of them. And language is the main reason we have communication problems. But in the soul world, one language, soul language. And when you take the course, you learn how to reveal your soul language. Very powerful. You then learn how to use your soul language to communicate with the beings of light and your own soul, because your soul always wants to talk to you. The next channel is the direct soul communication channel, which is basically the translation channel, the ability to hear from the soul world. A lot of you pay money to go see a medium, or a lot of you have paid money to me to do what's called a soul reading, where I connect with your soul. I connect with the being of light from the soul world, and I deliver a message from them to you, basically acting as a middleman, receiving the message and speaking it. How did I gain that ability? Same way as the 12-week program. I did the practices I'll be teaching, and I did them consistently over a period of time until my channels were clear and open enough to where I can simply be a vessel through which these messages come through, and you receive a pure message. You can have that too. This is not something that's set aside for anybody special. I'm certainly, just a regular Joe like anybody else. I just was connected enough to realize I'm here for a reason. Maybe I should practice some of these consistently and get out of this mundane physical pain in the neck world that's really sucks, because there's not a lot in this world that brings a great deal of joy unless we're really working hard to maintain that joy, because we're getting bombarded left and right by life. So we need tools and techniques, soul connection abilities, to bring that joy and that life back to us. And I have found that applying this wisdom helps tremendously. So the direct soul communication channel is the receiving of messages and the practices to do so. The third channel is the third eye channel. You say the word third eye and people perk right up. If all I advertise was open your third eye, I'd probably have 100 people signing up. Opening the third eye is very, very enjoyable, of course, but for some people they wish it was closed because they don't see just light-based things. They see everything good and not so pleasant to see. So be careful what you wish for. Third eye is a spiritual channel within every human's body that allows people to see from frequencies, some call them dimensions, that are not in this third dimensional frequency. They are different frequency vibrations, and they'll see lower frequency vibrations, which are darkness, and they'll see higher frequency vibrations, which are light side beings. And so there's practices to open the third eye that are soul-based practices, not sitting down and listening to some specific tone for X period of time, but soul-based practices that are tied into, for example, the Kundalini. A lot of people know of the Kundalini, but they don't know much about it or how it works or what's the purpose of it. And very few people know the association of the Kundalini to the third eye. I teach that in this 12-week course. So this is the third channel, the third eye channel. The fourth channel is the direct knowing channel, which I just spoke about. When we receive a piece of information and it just comes directly into us and we just know that's the answer. This is called the direct knowing channel. The direct knowing channel is, according to my teacher Master Sha, the most important of all the channels. You mean it's more important than third eye? Yes. It's more important than soul language? Yes. It's more important than all of them because you have direct information from the highest place. You know the answer is correct, and when you act upon it, you're rewarded. All of us need to be that aligned. So to get from here to there takes practice. It's very important to have a teacher that can lead you from here to there. There are 172 master teachers that have been approved by Master Sha to lead this kind of a course. You do not have to take this course from me. You can go to any of the centers. They offer this course over a weekend. They do it over 3 days. It's very condensed. It's very valuable, but very condensed. I took the course, added a lot more to it, and stretched it out over 12 weeks, where you do practices each week to develop each one of the energy centers, chakras, or channels associated with opening your spiritual centers. Again, you can register at the links listed above when I typed it in. So I encourage you to learn more about this. I want to talk a little bit about the third eye right now. The third eye has direct associations to the center of the brain, the sixth soul house, or what's known as the sixth chakra. Although they are different from each other, they serve different purposes. Third eye has an association to the pineal gland. And one of the mistakes that people make in trying to open their third eye is they do not empower the lower foundational energy centers enough. There are quite a few people whose third eye is open, but they have a lot of headaches or migraines. And one of the biggest mistakes with people with third eye open is they do not know how to interpret what they are shown. Heaven is always communicating with us. They are using every means possible. Sometimes it's in the form of the words in a music. Sometimes our ear will literally, like a radar, tune in to what somebody else is saying. They're 10 feet away and they will say exactly what we need to hear, and we're not even talking to them. You ever have that happen? Sometimes we will receive a message by a book falling on our head. Sometimes we will receive a direct knowing message. Sometimes we'll have a third eye image. The soul world is always talking to us to guide us so that we stop our suffering. However, in the process of third eye awakening, developing, opening, it is very relevant and important to open the soul language channel translation, so that when we are shown a third eye image, we understand what the purpose is. Because there is absolutely a purpose why we are shown that image. It is to assist us so that we can assist others, or it is to assist us for guidance. When our other channels are open by doing the practices, then we can say, oh, thank you, heaven. I'm so grateful for this image. Can I please have the message that is delivered with this image so I can understand what it means? Because very rarely is it exactly the image they show you. We use our mind to translate, oh, this must mean this. But that is rarely the case. Often there is a deeper understanding that heaven is trying to share with us. So you are taught in this 12-week course that starts Sunday, by the way, so enroll soon. We are taught to not instantly go, oh, this image means this. We are taught to ask, heaven, I'm so grateful for this image. Thank you for sharing it with me. May I please have an explanation of what you want to explain with this? And then you apply the soul wisdom to receive the message. It could be very different than what the monkey mind might think. So in wrapping up today's wisdom, there are many different ways you can communicate with the soul world. Start with gratitude. Every day wake up, offer your gratitude to your creator, to your heaven's team, guides, angels, and saints, and you can list all the beings of light that you wish. Even offer gratitude to Mother Earth and to the stars, planets, galaxies, and universes, for they feed us and nourish us without our knowing it. Throughout the day, offer your food, your drink to the beings of light, to heaven. Offer it, because the more you offer your gratitude, the more they will come when you actually need them. Then learn more about opening your channels. Keep your heart center open. If you're one of those people whose heart center is wide open all the time and you're getting crushed, then learn other spiritual practices to ground you, to protect you, so that you are more like a pyramid with a flat base instead of an upside down pyramid, which those of you that get knocked around a lot because your heart's very open, you're basically an upside down pyramid energetically. You get knocked over very easy. So you need teachings to ground yourself and become more foundationally strong. Then your heart can remain open, but you don't get knocked over so easy. All of these can be learned in my 12-week Open Spiritual Channels program. Starts Sunday. I encourage you to enroll. The honor fee is $360 for the entire 12-week course. You can honor over a 3-month period if you wish, making it much more affordable. It's only $30 a week, and during that you will have tremendous benefits. There's about 20 or so testimonials on my website specific to that course. You're welcome to read about them and then sign up for that. You can text me through Facebook Messenger if you have any additional questions on that. Okay. Thank you, Joy. There's actually quite a few of my students that have joined today, and they're saying some positive things, so you can connect with them as well if you wish to ask them about their experience. So I wish to offer my deepest gratitude to all of you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for sharing this. I hope to see you in my course. You can message me privately if you have any questions through Facebook Messenger, and I look forward to serving you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. All the beings of light who have come, we bow our heads to you in gratitude. We ask you to respectfully return to offer your service wherever you desire. Gong song, gong song, gong song. Gong song is a Mandarin Chinese word that means respectfully return. Communicate with the soul world, right? Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday, 3 hours earlier than now. Bye-bye.